and welcome back to Homebrew Pie. I'm your host, Jimmy D. With me, as always,
Spencer over here.
Yeah, Spencer over there, just not over here. Yes, Spencer, we got a great event to show you guys. We've been looking forward to this for so long. We've been counting down the days, the months, the weeks, and everybody announcing these things. We wanted to let you know we're doing the Duel Commander Championship Series, and I gotta say, this event kicked off with a bang.
Yes.
They had amazing barbecue. We had amazing prize support. We gave out first place, ended up getting a Force of Will. Second place, ended up getting a Demonic Tutor. We ended up getting we put out a lot of the packs and stuff that they were posted out there. A lot of people are pulling some really good stuff out of the packs and just absolutely great attendance too. The thing just blew up. We had almost an entirely packed house and just a wonderful experience. We had a lot of new players, a lot of new faces, and I think through a lot of our experiences and traveling around, we've been able to even grow this channel, maybe leave it a little bit more. Maybe you out there will want to join us in these championship series where we're giving out some amazing prize support. But yes, we had an amazing weekend. Yesterday, great weekend over at Gamers Oasis. It was good playing with it all out there. Thank you for coming out and saying hi to us and, giving us some attention.
I mean, I won't spoil it, but I know the round one is like Leovold versus Samut. The hasty
thing that I've been trying to do for a long time here. I got the deck. I
haven't seen anyone running set this at our shop at all.
I have set this over on the table out there.
We have it built.
Yeah, we have it built.
Nobody's ran it.
All right. So, without further ado, we do have some amazing content. We can't wait to get to you. First up, it's going to be me on Samut versus Leovold and our good boy Fenton, who took down Modern in Richmond.
Yeah. Get through this shuffling.
It's Magic the Shuffling, man. It's Magic the Shuffling.
Here we go.
Amateur hour over here, says champion.
2 hours late, playing the wrong video. Come on now.
Heberick, I am 100% behind Eris getting banned. I'm 100%. I think it's guaranteed. It's
I'm pretty sure it's going to get banned. It's like 12 or 14% of the meta right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like worse. It's almost up where Rafine was. So,
all right. So just a reminder to some people that might not have seen it, we allow 5 proxies in here. There's a lot of younger generation. The economy is not great for anybody right now, but we allow 5 proxies. This is his dual land from Fenton here because he loves to play with the dual lands. He wanted to show off his neat little Pikachu art that he did. And I did talk to him. I was like, can you make sure that it looks like the card, please? Because it's not that we're trying to enable people to play the game, but we also want you at home to know that that's, I believe, a Tundra. I think it was a blue.
Well, it wouldn't be a Tundra.
It was a blue. You can read it a little bit.
It might be an Underground Sea.
Underground Sea, that's right. Underground Sea. So champion doesn't think
we'll get banned.
I disagree completely. I mean, the attraction of stickers was banned in CDH. So
I don't know if he might have. I don't know.
No, wait, Heberick is talking about the attraction stickers that got blocked in Commander, like CDH and regular Commander.
Oh yeah. Well, they banned all that in Pauper and Legacy.
Yeah. So will it get Duel Commander? Obviously, because Duel Commander is on its own rotation. I can see them making the exact same call.
They're just dumb. I don't like them.
It's like a pre-ban before someone tries to abuse it. Like the Commander players that might be like, well, if I can't play in Commander, then I'm going to move over to Duel Commander and play it there. Champion says, maybe if I had a loss to it, I would have a different opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Champion did. He did win our league at the end games with Golos over Eris. So
put that championship picture in the chat.
I definitely didn't take his whole idea of his deck away. And
no, of course not. Who would do that? Who steals other people's decks? We don't do that here. All right. So this is an Underground Sea. I do apologize.
It might be an Underground Sea. It could be a Bayou. It could be.
It's a dual land. I remember him.
Tropical Island. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see when he taps it for mana.
It's a Pikachu land. Fenton wanted to show off his awesome art. I'm sorry, Fenton. We got to make sure that the people at home know exactly what you're playing with here. Deck Thief. That's the champion. Deck Thief.
All right.
Unfortunately, starting off a little bit slow here, but I got a nice little surveil land going. I didn't know if I wanted to
see the lands this time, James. This is nice.
You can see all the art.
This is great.
Do you notice the glare is gone? Do you notice the unholy glare of, we even showed it to you a little bit in that last clip from our Pioneer coverage. But yeah, the glare is gone, everyone. You can see the table perfectly. Probably a little bit too much of the table, to be honest with you. I should probably crop this a little bit.
No, this is fine. I mean, it's a lot, but at least we can see everything.
Exactly. That's the most important part.
It's improvement.
Yes.
We've got a Creeping Tar Pit from Fenton. Oh. You kept your card on top with Surveil.
Yeah.
So, Forest, what you got here?
You know what it was?
What?
I don't know if I want to say spoilers, but
Voldaren Thrill Seeker.
No, it was the best card in my deck. It was literally the best card in my deck.
Broadside Bombarders?
Nope.
Brachiosaur?
I want everyone else to guess at home until I get to third land drop, but I'll give you the hint that it's the third land drop. What would be the best card in my deck in Duel Commander? No. Oh, sorry about that. I'll have to text him back here. What do you think the best card in my deck is in Duel Commander? I know Champion knows what it is.
Magus.
Magus is close. He's number
Blood
2.
Moon.
Blood Moon. That, you can see it already in my hand. Lightning Strike to take out the Leovold, give him the draw.
Be able to draw.
Yep. So as soon as he tapped out, you have no idea how excited I was. You had no idea.
Did he draw or not?
Okay. Yeah, he drew. I told him to draw. Hey, girl. Our HR manager is in the house. You can barely see her. Kaiju wants to be on camera. Kaiju. Hey, girl. And you guys are going to see the greatest play of Magic. Look at this. Double Forest.
Blood
Moon. It's the greatest card of Magic the Gathering.
We're going to see a non-game here.
Pretty much.
Is this going to be a non-game?
It is going to be a non-game.
Okay.
He does put up a decent fight.
Seiju's already on the table.
Yes. Like one of the few answers he could have had from this. And it was so unfortunate that Fenton tapped out for this and just gave me the open window.
Okay, we can go grab a swamp here.
Yep. It's going to get a swamp.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, he has a way to get a basic.
It's 2 mountains and a swamp now.
Yeah. Seiju was so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It always feels bad when you have to play that thing and then they just slam a Blood Moon.
The timing couldn't be more perfect. I had like the perfect hand for this thing. Lightning Strike on the open, just get rid of the Leovold, get off the board. When he tapped out, because he did win the die roll on that one, I was super excited. Blood Moon is probably the most oppressive card necessary for all these blue decks. Anyone who hates blue as much as me knows that I put Blood Moon in everything. My Slimefoot and Squee is a Blood Moon deck.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very good against Eris, but it is good against like the 3+ color decks.
There is a game that you're not going to be able to see on camera where I get to play against Eris with this deck. And you guys know I'm pretty good against Eris because I can get onto the ground. He Blood Moons me and beats me because he Blood Moons me. I had
Blood Moon the Blood Moon deck?
He literally Blood Mooned me. And it was the same day. This is the match after this one. But the same day he Blood Moons me when I have a Rockville Vale, a Surveillance, or the Tundra, and I have I had an Urza Saga. So he blows up my Urza Saga with it and knocks it out.
How do you Fatal Push your thing?
Easily.
He didn't have Revolt.
He didn't. No. All right. I'm just honestly at this point I'm already feeling kind of bad for him. You're right. That was a misplay on my side. And Fenton, you know the rules. That's a 3-mana creature. You couldn't kill that. It's bad. I know.
Gameplay here. Bad gameplay.
It heads up on me because I should maintain the board state. Here,
we were just talking bad about the Bone Crusher Giant last week with Champion.
Yeah, with Champion.
Now you're in a
just allowing
Fatal Push at your 3-drop.
Fenton rolls layers me here. See, now you have some. You got something on him now. It's all you know.
The Geist there could have been Fatal Push, but the 3-drop, no.
No. I know. Would have preferred you.
Fenton was personally revolted when you played.
I believe Rex is right. The revolt was on the stack. Fenton was like, "Ugh, how dare you screw me over." So we're going to see him put up a decent fight. I want to say, like, as far as his deck can do, this was pretty impressive that he kept it in it. I think, honestly, due to the way that time can go in Duel Commander, I recommend, honestly, if you don't feel like you can get the win, just concede. A lot of people do. I know it is. It's a feel bad's card, right? Like, I've got this thing. I've got you locked down. I know most of your top decks aren't going to get you much, but like it's just you're locked out of the game. It's better to save the time.
Yeah.
Especially, I don't think
the game would go a lot quicker if you had that Samut on the field, you know?
Yeah, true. I'd have been drawing cards like crazy.
You would have drawn one off the Samut. You would have drawn one off your Strangleroot.
So here he Takanumas to mill 3.
Basic, yeah. Right.
He got a basic. Yeah.
I mean, he can't grab it.
No. Just had his only other like.
You can get the troll to get another swamp.
No, you know what he does with this thing? He's like, I want to bring this thing out because I can beat you down.
He's just gonna cast it.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. What do you have here? An Esika's Chariot?
Esika's Chariot, baby.
What, did he do that in combat or something?
He did it at the beginning in the damage. Gave me an opportunity to get up my board presence. I want to start shrinking the clock. Eska's Chariot puts up a really significant clock if you can get out early enough.
I love the Chariot. It's really good.
It's best played on turn 3. I love doing it when they think I'm going to bring the Samut out there, and then just go wide with Chariot.
Yeah. You have an elf or something?
Blue Delta, or should we say mountain?
Here comes the big troll.
Yeah. Here we go. His answer to come back in takes 3 creatures to block. Which I know that he was probably feeling like with just having to play against the Geist, he would actually get a clock on me. But with Eska's Chariot, I've just got creatures for days at this point.
You got to triple block that thing, though.
Yeah, I might lose all my board. Or I might just have him block and kill it with a kill spell.
Maybe.
There's a lot of removal in red. That's what I really love about red. There's a lot of good removal. Not as good as black, but there's enough interaction that there's some good stuff that you can deal with your opponent there.
You crewing up the Chariot?
Yeah. I want to copy it. I want to get some extra wolves out there. Really want to start speeding this up. I knew he would value getting rid of the Chariot at this point, but it would give me a quicker clock.
Yeah.
With the copy target token. Eska's Chariot has this really cool ability where when it attacks, it can copy a token of your choice as long as that you have out. So obviously I'm going to copy the wolves. It's the only token I have.
If you had something else, you might copy it. But
yeah. I was debating on whether I wanted to get in for 2 damage or off for this thing, but yeah, I really wanted him to force the block on the Chariot because the damage that I was going to do wasn't going to be. I didn't think it was going to be enough with the.
Do you have something to keep your Chariot around if he blocks or no?
No, I just need to get the damage on it.
You have a kill spell, is what you're saying?
Yes, I got a burn spell in hand so I can get rid of it. And looking at that hand, he's got Goyf and everything else. He could have put up some interesting gameplay. Goes to the block. I'm like, okay, yep. Got 4 damage on it. Still got a point left. There you go.
Flame slash.
Gets off the board. And now I can start just further playing stuff. Arbor Elf.
Yeah.
Really is. I'd really apologize for you for some intense gameplay, but you know how it feels, and I know Champion knows how it feels. The man has nightmares every night about being Blood Moon.
We've got a new moon coming to the format soon.
Oh, that blue
moon.
Oh, the blue moon coming in. See, Red just can't have nice things without blue saying, I want that. I want the blue. And then Merfolk's like, fine.
They had to give Merfolk a playable magic card.
Well, not just playable too, but enabling all their island walkers.
Yeah.
Like it is the best.
Nikachu is really happy right now.
Oh, he's got to be.
Champion knows all about Nikachu.
Yeah, Champion. Aren't you guys good friends? I thought you guys like got in the. Didn't you and Nikachu just become like besties on social media? I swear he invited you out to play some games, right, Champion?
Oh, he's got an Urza Saga in hand too.
Yeah,
I think he should play that.
Did I tell you what it feels like when that stuff happens to me?
Love a good non-game here.
Yeah, right. He could have conceded at any time. Just saying. There was opportunities given to him. Mind you, now I got 5. Here comes out a Hydra.
Is this the Goldbane?
Yeah, the new Goldbane Hydra. This card is insane. I've been playing this thing in Pioneer.
Is that just 4 counters it'll come in with?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because of the Arbor Elf here. So I just started making a Scales deck in Pioneer, and I've only got 2 copies because I only own so many. But I'm trying to get 4 copies of this thing. This card is insane.
Well, it's dead now.
It died. Okay.
What does it do when it dies? Doesn't it do something?
Yes, I get treasure tokens. I get
you get 4 treasures.
They're tapped.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. You're going to see Finton over here trying to really flex his new tokens. He's spent some good time with these tokens.
Would he draw them? Did he like draw some tokens or something?
No, he had some created, and he was really looking forward to showcasing these tokens. But I put the treasure out here because, of course, we have all that. That's not his.
No.
I put this here, and then you're going to see Finton go, can you use my treasure tokens? I was like, yeah, whatever. It's okay.
I mean, that's the least you could do with what you're doing to him.
It's really, honestly, you're right. Just gave him a 2-turn clock. Here he is. I love this. He is so prideful of these things. He's like, can we put mine on here? Yes, we can play with your treasure.
Are they birds?
Burb treasures. Anytime I can be accommodating for this, it's absolutely okay. As long as we know what it is, I'm okay with it. I did take a lot of time to put that token box together so we could have tokens for everything.
No, that is nice. I didn't even notice that was on the table.
I spent all this time for you.
I was playing these games and I could have used some tokens.
Yeah, that was game one, if you guys were curious. No, I was about to, I think it was a Bonesword Dracosaur afterwards, but he knew he was dead on board. So finally got the concession out of him. Took us a hot minute. Well, how long are we in here? 14 minutes in the game? And it could have been a 3-minute round. Yeah, well, let's go into game two after I put up my nice little star next to my name. I love having stars next to my name.
We missed the first few turns, but you just played a Rockfall Vale. He played a
Jace.
Command Tower and Shipwreck Marsh, and now we got a Jace Vern's Prodigy out.
Yeah, kind of speeding up through a little bit of the land go.
It's also a card you don't see a lot anymore. That thing used to be like $100 a piece.
Oh yeah, especially this version of it too. Yeah. You got the really special version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this card when it got printed was up to like $100. It was insane.
Bant Company.
It's a shame that this is the turn I felt like I needed to get some kind of board presence on here, and I just wanted to get a free
Delighted Halfling, though. That is nice. Play your commander next turn without it being countered if that thing survives.
It was just an awkward mana hand. Because I had to play the Rockville out, and it rarely does this to me, but when it does, it hurts.
Yeah, when you got to go turn one tap land, it kind of sucks.
Hey, girl. Trying to say hi to the people. Our HR manager likes to come by for pets every once in a while. She's a dog. Don't get the wrong idea.
We're going to loot with Jace.
Yeah.
Draw, discard, and does that one flip it? 6 cards or 5?
5.
5?
5 cards in the graveyard.
Gotcha.
Flips over. Really easy to do in some of these decks. I never really saw myself as a shuffler because I don't normally do it. But I swear, ever since I've been getting on camera, now I've just been doing this slow motion. Like, it's not like the fast people that are just on some kind of, like, illegal contraband.
Discarded Wash Away. Yeah, that's not going to do much in the face of a Delighted Halfling.
Nope. Nope. Need to get out some of the uncounterable stuff because I know his deck's full of
Cracking Verdant Catacombs. Describing a swamp. He's playing around that Blood Moon.
He does. I love the first time you play Blood Moon, everyone's like super paranoid. So they always go into, it's like, I'm not going to get screwed again. I'm going to get basics. I'm always getting basics from here on out. It only takes one time, and usually it's like it's just within a series. So I guarantee you, for the rest of the day, I didn't watch Fenton, and I hope he's in the chat if he can tell us. Like, I'm willing to bet you
those fetches for basics.
He was doing basics all day. If he saw red, he was just like, oh. LifeLink Games. Hey, we got ourselves a raid. Yes,
thank you.
Here we go. Thank you, LifeLink. Appreciate it. Let's get it started. Let's get the game going. Awesome. Thank you so much. 5-tier subs. Excellent. Thank you. Penguins Waddle just subscribed. Hey, Penguins. Appreciate it. Thanks for the subscribe. All right. So, yeah, go to your gameplay.
Oh, I was just going over. Fenton came out with a Grist here. One of my personal favorite cards.
Excellent. Big Plum 1770. Thank you for the subscription. Brought to you by LifeLink Games. If it wasn't apparent here.
This is the store that we play at.
Yes.
So these are where all these events that you watch are at.
Thank you very much, Divine Lotus. I really appreciate it. Hebrook, it's always good to get the basics against red. Yes. Oh, yes. No. Yeah. It depends. Stone the Gray, thank you very much for the play here, or for the subscription. Jeez, I know what I'm doing here. But yeah, Hebrook, is it always good to get the basics against red? I mean, in Duel Commander, yes. In Duel Commander, yes.
Depends on.
So the depends here is like there's a couple of red decks, so like it's really not that much of a consideration.
I'm guessing there's a card that we're not catching on to that has something to do with basics, but I don't.
No, well, he's wondering like what situation you would not have to worry about it. And honestly, in a mono red deck, I don't think I would concern myself that much. If they have it, they have it. They don't have ways to search for it. So it's not like they're always going to have it. You're playing a 100-card deck. And if you constantly keep playing like that, yeah.
You got a Magus and a Blood Moon.
And that's if they're running both. So in Duel Commander, I'd say it's best to stay safe. But in all honesty, if you're playing against mono red and you're playing against Feldon, no, don't worry about it. I mean, Champion can give us some experience against playing Feldon. I mean, all he dreamt about was getting Blood Mooned. And we got an entire video on the channel here already dedicated to the fact he never got Blood Mooned.
He did get Blood Moon, but he had the counter.
That's right. So it's like you got to know what you can hedge your bets.
Grist and Jace is pretty good because that's going to let him flip the Jace a lot faster.
Oh yeah. Not to mention the control of Grist. This just reminded me of the time when you were playing Grist. And it was just so oppressive. Like you were winning these events with Grist and just taking these things down.
Grist was very good. So Jace is going to flip now, which its +1 is like give a creature -2, -0, and then -3 you can flashback an instant or sorcery from your graveyard, which
he's got
looks like we've got Preordain is about the only thing that's going to be good.
And, yeah.
Because the other two are counters and you're not countering anything right now.
No. He just goes to the plus tick up to give my Samut a basic no attack, so I can't get after his Grist here. He loves those new tokens he has, by the way. He went to Richmond and picked up those Brad Nelson insect tokens. He's got like 4 or 5 of those things. I think he bought them out.
Those things look ridiculous.
Right? I promise we'll do a better job. LifeLink, we're going to make a really quality token for you back at home. Yes, the series here, the champion gets a token of their likeness. Brad Nelson hasn't blessed us with his presence yet.
He's going to mill a brainstorm. So now the Jace has something decent to flashback.
Yes.
And we have a fetch land in play, so the brainstorm is pretty decent here. Ooh, Brad Nelson.
Hey, I mean, he is a local. He plays at Star City. He's down in Roanoke, about an hour and a half away.
All of our favorite Magic software.
Yeah.
MTG Melee.
Yes.
We love that.
I love that app so much. We love it. It's the greatest app in the world. You can take the gun down in that way. Please. Thank you. I appreciate it, Wizards. Yeah, he did the thing. Just... Here's my, if you guys if Wizards ever sees this, stop automatically logging me out. That's really getting annoying. Like whatever that is that forces you to log me out when I blink or when I breathe wrong, stop it. Like
I've just played against him a couple times.
Oh yeah, I've played against Brad myself. He is a local around here. You guys plays down in Roanoke. I played back when Star City was doing the same content we're bringing you now. Of course, they didn't focus too much on Duel Commander, but they would bring to you the same kind of gameplay, the same kind of tournament structure. LifeLink was like, I'll pick up the bag. We got to do it. Let's go. Clothis to play for me.
Clothis uncounterable too.
Yep.
You're stuck on 2 lands though.
Yeah, but Clothis can get me back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing he was worried about was like, is it alive? And the only thing I was worried about, can I get lands? Because I need mana real bad. That 31 count really hurting me in game 2 here.
Are you on 31 or 33?
31.
Jesus.
Yeah. Go light.
They are low.
What do you think about the new Blue Blood Moon? Yeah, we were just talking about the Hebron. It's going to be impressive.
Well, the thing is, I think it's better than Blood Moon because like you don't have access to red removal now.
Yeah.
Like all your things are islands. What are you going to... You can't kill this thing.
Yeah.
You can bounce it.
Yeah. Although it is a creature, so you got to remember, like, Magus to me is actually subpar. Because there's so much creature interaction.
Like, yeah, but that's the thing, though. Like, Magus is giving you red mana for your lightning bolts, blah, blah, blah. Whereas the Blood Moon, or the Blue Moon is going to give you blue mana.
But think about all the free spells, all the stuff you can get into it. Like, there's so much things. I mean, it dies to a lot of easy, low cost.
Here.
Yeah.
Do you draw very many cards without your commander?
No. No, my only draw engine is my commander.
Yeah.
So,
but it makes any creature that came in that turn that deals combat damage draw a card, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It
might be relevant.
It's actually quite relevant this match.
Also, what exactly does Clothis do?
Clothis is in your pre-main phase. You exile either a land card to add a green or red to your mana pool, or a non-land card to do 2 damage.
What?
Any card from it, any graveyard.
Cards in your graveyard?
No, from the graveyard.
Oh, you can exile from their graveyard.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm basically trying to play around what Jace can get here.
Okay.
But also,
I knew it added mana. I just couldn't remember how. I knew it had.
It also does a 2-point swing back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah, Hebrick, I think that the removal is going to make it a little bit less good because that's the way I feel about. Like, it's not red that kills Magus. It's everything else that always kills Magus. When Blood Moon's out, it's hard to interact with enchantment.
Yeah.
But when Magus is out, it's like, oh, here's the Sword of Plowshares. Oh, here's a lightning bolt.
Yeah, if you've got the basic down, you're good usually. But if you don't have any basics, it's going to be a lot more.
It's going to be impressive. Yeah. I think it's definitely going to see a lot of playing Duel Commander. Pick it up if you're playing blue.
Oh, yeah.
If you're a blue mage,
there's a lot of cards coming out in MH3 that are probably going to see a lot of play.
Yeah, I guarantee we're going to see Blue Prison.
What do we got here?
Like, with that card coming out, Blue Prison's going to be a thing. I almost guarantee.
You got a Shieldred.
Shelly.
This one's looking bad.
And I mean, yeah.
We're going to see
This did
We're
not
just
feel
gonna
good.
keep ticking Grist up too. We're not even gonna minus to kill anything.
Nope.
We don't care.
Got the True Name Nemesis though. That was nice.
Got 2
Don't have to worry
insects.
about that.
Got Tassiger in hand too.
Oh, he
Is he about to delve that onto the table? No.
not yet. Not yet. Not
Okay.
yet. He was being very conservative, which is smart. But I don't have a whole lot of board wipes. That's the other issue with Gruul. Not a lot of good board wipes.
Yeah, just gonna have to fetch and sit this for basics against 2 color. Bummer.
Bummer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, you're just
There's so many like different moon effects in the format now.
yeah.
You've even got to play around like, well, I mean, you can't play around contamination, but that was my favorite one when I played Grist.
Mm-hmm.
That thing always shut people out of games. Made all lands tap for black.
Mm-hmm. Finally get to Taiga, so I can finally hit my 4th land drop here. Kind of like
Your third land.
Is going to give me 4 lands.
Yeah.
Trying to put up some kind of board state because I also need to get Clothis online to keep Shelly from attacking in.
How does that one become a creature?
7 devotion of green or red.
Okay.
Very expensive, but
You're at 5 right now, so
yeah, it also is a great counter to Shelly because as long as I keep removing non-lands, the draw lost life, literally, it's like having Shelly on their board.
Yeah.
Where they do it every draw step, I do it every main phase 1.
Yeah.
On my turn. So it really keeps Shelly in check from just taking the game away and him just sitting there on his laurels.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he's close to alting Jace here. He's close to alting Grist here. I think he can. What's Grist alt? Is it 5?
Yeah, you could, but I don't think there's only 1 creature in the graveyard, so it would only drain you for 1.
Yeah. Here's the scales. This is the new Ozolith. This is the kind of the format I was trying to play with this deck. I really took my scales deck apart and just kind of said, all right, I'm going to play a scales version of Duel Commander.
Ozolith with Scavenging Ooze is pretty good.
Yeah.
Get 2 counters.
And can control that graveyard, which is kind of necessary for what we see here.
Mm-hmm.
Grist going to be able to do damage equal to the graveyard. And Jace obviously going to be able to start playing cards from the graveyard. So do have some good graveyard manipulation to try and keep this up. This is a really gummed up board. It has, I think, the best revenge one can serve. Keeping up Tameo safekeeping. Because this deck does a lot of removal. Heroic Intervention. Just got enough stuff to keep my stuff alive.
Yeah.
And what I love about the halfling, sometimes when people are playing the game, they often get, as soon as they see deleted halfling and can't deal with it, they often start getting rid of all their counter spells and start lessening their value, so they start discarding them regularly, which allows me to play other spells.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you're a blue mage out there, just because my creatures or my legendary spells are going to be uncounterable doesn't mean you should just abandon that plan, because there's a lot of stuff that I play that would really benefit you.
This is indestructible, isn't it?
It is, yes. Let him take it back. I was being a little nice. This is competitive REL, but I'm trying to be nice. I let him take that back. That was a bad play. It was indestructible. Bad target. We do want to make sure we have fun. Play some good heads-up Magic. I don't want to win a game because he didn't RTFG. So if you don't know what that acronym means, you're going to have to look it up on your own. I'm sorry.
Got a Tarmogoyf.
Yeah.
How big is this thing? Do we have a Tarmo die?
Yes, well, we do have a Tarmo die over here.
He's counting it up for us.
But we put a dice above it.
4 or 5, it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah. A land is the only thing I have in my graveyard. Here, put this up to represent for you. All right. So we're going to see him down tick this Grist and try to get rid of my skews next. It's the most threatening. It's the most threatening card on his board. Because he knows that I can manipulate that graveyard to make that Goyf basically a 0-1. There's certain aspects of the game I do remember. Here's Tameo safekeeping, going to get me 2 life. Really helpful against that burn I've been taking against Shelly. Because Clothis, sometimes I need that land, and I go negative when I don't get to do the swap of the 2 damage to try and undo the advantage that Shelly is presenting right now. And for those that don't know, Shield or the Apocalypse is nicknamed Shelly. We just call it Shelly. She's an impressive card. She's in every format. She's a $90 card and probably the most expensive thing that's been printed recently in new sets.
Yeah, I think it's the most expensive card in Standard right now.
It is the most expensive card in Standard, guaranteed. And I play with a lot of expensive cards in Standard.
We're finally going to see a flashback. Or are we?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Gonna get Brainstorm.
Brainstorm. It's going to gain 6 life.
Yeah. I believe he misses this trigger. I don't let him take it back. I can't remember. There was a trigger that he did miss that.
You don't let him take it back?
I didn't let him take it back. From the miss triggers in Shelly. Shelly is an optional trigger you can miss.
Okay.
I can't remember if this is the one or not.
Yeah, he did fetch, so.
Yeah.
Passed it.
There's certain things that I'm willing to go back on. Obviously, like massive misplays like this, but you do have to play good heads up, and if you keep forgiving people over and over again, they never learn. So
we missed 6 life.
No,
no?
You know, so you know.
Okay,
so.
We did get it. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. There is a turn here where you're going to see him miss the trigger, and he thought that was going to be like the game ender, but I legitimately don't think it meant anything. His board is so gummed up right now, it's impossible for me to get through this thing. Like, I'm keeping a lot of his cards in check with my board state, but at the same time, I can't get through it. I can't get to any of those Planeswalkers. But unfortunately, I've only got so many answers for Planeswalkers. In Duel Commander, Planeswalkers aren't played that heavily. Usually it's like 1 or 2 per deck.
Yeah.
So it's not something that you actually hedge your bet on. I think like Minskamboo, Grist, and Teferi. Yeah.
Teferis if you're in Blue White.
Those are probably the most
Oko.
Planeswalkers you'll see. Oko, definitely, if you're in Simic colors.
Yeah. I'm sure there's an Oko in this deck.
Yep. But there's so few of them that you kind of go through the beatdown path. Mm-hmm. It's not worth hedging slots in your card just to deal with Planeswalkers that you may never see. We're seeing them delve now. Finally going to get out there. Tasigur. Yeah.
Did Tarmogoyf shrink a little bit? Yeah.
Just a bit.
By 1. No, it should still be a 4 because you're Lin. So it's still 4/5.
Yep. Being smart with what he delved out of the yard. Obviously, stuff that he couldn't get with Jace, and then land for turn. This man really has a giant board against me, and I feel like Finton is going to be feeling pretty good with just this massive amount of like 4/5s and. I think I'm going to get rid of like Preordain just because it can't. It's the only thing in his deck right now that can actually interfere with Tarmogoyf and actually do anything in the graveyard. So he forgot about the Clothless trigger. He was wondering what's going on. It's like I went up, went down, went up, went down. Yeah, not the greatest hand. I had that, I wanted, have no idea how much I wanted to jam out that Reckless Stormseeker. Because that card just start winning games.
I get him through here, though.
Yeah, gain 1 life, kind of weaken the Tarmogoyf. Use it for the Owlslith giving me 2 counters versus 1 for my Skoos. Giving us a little 4/5. Unfortunately, there's like nothing else in the graveyard. I was really hoping he ticked up Grist a little bit more. I want to use some more creatures. That Skoos could have taken the game away if I can keep it protected. Picnic Ruiner.
Yeah.
Card that can really get in there. I love the combo of Ozolith and Picnic Ruiner because you can just put the 2 counters on it and now you got a 4/4 double striker.
Yeah.
The problem here is I don't have enough mana to be able to do that, and then also leave up that heroic intervention that you've seen in my hand.
Yeah. Next turn you could.
Mm-hmm. And that Reckless Stormseeker just sitting deep in my hand. I'm so desperate to want to play this card. The card is OP in this deck. Alana, Reckless Stormseeker, just some of the best cards that I have in this deck. Just really good overpowered cards here. Debating on whether I want to start
guy in your hand too.
Yeah.
But you can steal that back
really easily.
So
it's one of those things I had to play. I had to play this.
Initiative is very good, but if you can lose it, once you lose it, it's really hard to get back sometimes.
Yeah, especially when your opponent goes to take it. Yeah, they know they got the control.
So
just gonna pass the turn, keep up in heroic intervention. Gains 2 from the Shelly. this was such a grindy game. I love the fact that my deck can kind of like go toe to toe because looking at Fenton's board right now, it's just horrifying. I'm playing with a 2/2, a 2/2, a 4/5 indestructible, but dies if I lose my devotion, and a 2/3 with first strike. Like it's just like he's got a 4/5, a 4/5, a 2/3, a 3/2, a grist that's making tokens, like a Jace is putting some oppression on here.
Going away, but we have another protection spell.
Heroic Intervention. And this is why you don't get rid of your counter spells. Yeah. Counter spell.
Got a Force Spike.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yep. This is why I hate blue. This is why I hate blue. They don't let me play Magic. Getting down on resources, but held on to that. It was impressive.
Could start to see Tassiger activating here.
Yeah. And notice he didn't even go for his commander this whole time, which was really funny. Champion says blue. Yeah. Blue mages unite. All right, so he's going to give a -2/-2 to my
-2/-0.
-2/-0. Sorry, to my.
This is going to make it a lot harder to get double strike with that thing.
You'd be surprised. It only needs a creature with power 4 or greater.
Yeah.
And I have a creature with power 4 or greater.
Yeah, let's go with this.
Finally goes to the commander.
Coming out.
And now with this double lockdown, it's just insane.
I don't think Fenton plays very many wheels in this deck either. I haven't seen very many.
What do you mean by wheel?
Things that make y'all discard your hands and draw, but with Leovold out, you only draw one card.
Interesting you bring that up.
I don't know if he plays them or not. I just haven't seen them.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting.
Does that happen at some point?
That's like some foreshadowing. That was some clever foreshadowing. Is that where your brain was at in foreshadowing? I figure at this point, since we've gone so many turns, I count how many creatures he has and how many creatures I have. I'm just going to go for initiative and start getting some... get some board presence, maybe some draws, get my land drop that I desperately need to hit here. All I'm doing is counting creatures for blocks and stuff, just to see if like I can kind of hold his board down and not have him try to steal this back. Also, I can incentivize him to sacrifice his grist and get it off the board since I can't seem to get at it.
Yeah.
So, like, just incentivizing him to -1 for the grist, kill one of my creatures to try and take the initiative back would have been an opportunity for him to get rid of grist. It's one of those things where I just want to entice him to want to get rid of things that I just cannot right now deal with, and I'm just furious beyond all belief. Because that grist is such an OP commander. Going for a forest, looking through the initiative here. Play the what is it? The
Undercity
Dungeoneer.
Yeah. Or that one's something like that.
Yeah, it's like it's a 3/4 with vigilance, taps for any color mana, and double green if you complete a dungeon.
Well, it taps for double green always, and it taps for like 4 green.
Oh, 4 green. Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Has vigilance as well.
Gonna add 2 to Colossus here so I can now eat the Shelly. I didn't have anything on board that could actually eat the Shelly. I could just keep it at bay. But now I wanted to take an opportunity to make sure that he was not willing to come in and attack, and I can start getting the effects of the dungeon. And Fenton only had 1 card in resource, so I figured this was where I could turn the curve if I was going to turn it at all. Fenton debating here. Reorganizing his mana. I think he missed a draw life gain here. Tainted Pact. What do you think this is going to reveal?
Who knows? Good exile his whole deck.
Fable Passage. Generous Int.
Days Undoing. Okay.
Oh. Is that a card that wheels?
Yeah, it is.
What's he have on the field?
Shieldred.
There's a Leovold on there. There's a Leovold on the table.
Honestly, it'd be better if Leovold wasn't on the table, so you could draw 7 cards.
Yeah.
Well, it ends the turn, so it wouldn't even the Shieldred triggers wouldn't even go on the stack. They'd be gone.
Oh, that's actually a good point that we didn't even think of. He thought at this time, because he misses the life gain from this, he thought he missed the life gain triggers.
Oh, no. You don't
he was trying to do the death triggers.
Because Days Undoing ends the turn, so all the triggers on the stack fizzle.
Yeah.
They're gone.
He gets the Days Undoing, he plays this, and he thinks he's got game on me at this point. Because draw 7, I go minus 14. Right?
Well, I mean, you wouldn't even be able to draw more than one card anyways.
Exactly. This is the argument we go
even
back
without Leovold out, there's a Hull Breacher out, so Hull Breacher would have stopped it too.
Exactly. So I kept explaining to him that there was no draw that I would even get in this situation because Leovold and the Hull Breacher were just preventing me from doing anything. He gets a treasure token for that one card I would have drawn because it says outside of the draw phase. Mm-hmm. So I don't even get the Leovold where it's just one per turn.
Yeah.
Where I could have drawn one, but then I couldn't draw one. He hasn't played the Days Undoing, by the way. He's just flexing. But he's sitting here in his head and he thinks that if I play with the Planeswalkers and we end up having this debate going back and forth, that if he, do I take damage? I'm like, dude, I don't draw any cards.
The only one where they can actually get all the damage with is like Echo of Eons, because that one, you can get Bowmaster triggers, you can get all your triggers, but with Leovold and Hull Breacher out, it doesn't really matter, but even diminishing returns, you can choose up to how many cards you want to draw. So I can draw one card so that you don't kill me, but
Days Undoing, discard, shuffle in.
Armorglyph's a 0/1 now.
Yep. He's counting up his creatures. I'm thinking at this point, like, this game is pretty much out of my control. I either go all in or I'm out.
Yeah, when are we going to see you scoop it up? You were saying he should have scooped up the last game sooner. When are we going to see you scoop him up? Might be going to time here.
It's close. It comes close. I can't remember what time
we were in the other room, just like, hurry up, guys. I'm going to play some more Magic.
So there is a way I should have maybe conceded there in this thing, but it mostly there. I do have some outs of this board wipe. I do have a couple of top decks that can clean up the board real quick, and I can take back aggression if his top 7 are garbage. If the 7 cards he gets is completely garbage. So I'm because I have a board state, I'm not out of this, and I do have some good top end cards. In my personal opinion, if I would have gotten Bonesaur Dracosaur at this point, I could have easily come back in this game and out resourced him because he doesn't have a whole lot of answers to a Bonesaur Dracosaur in his deck, especially if I can get uncounterable. Like when he's tapped.
You're not going to draw a single card here, right?
Nope. Don't draw a single card.
Nothing.
Nope. He creates a treasure. That's what the treasure token represented. From the Hulk replacing my draw.
That was mean.
From him?
Yeah.
I agree.
Although he didn't take the initiative back, though, and his turn's ending. So, like, you're still going to keep the initiative. He could have taken the initiative before all this, but
he didn't want to lose his board state. He didn't have a good attack. So if he comes and attacks, I can get rid of Shelly and get the thing off the board. The Hulk is going to get eaten by my commander. Tasigur would have just, like, maybe gotten a chump out of me from my Picnic Ruiner. And now I'm in a great board state advantage here. So he didn't have a really good attack against me in this situation.
I feel like he did.
He could have gotten maybe a point through if he would have... I don't know. I think the Brad Nelson token was new too. So yeah,
he could have gotten initiative, kept his Tasigur. He would have lost Hull Breacher. And
he'd lost Goif, Hull Breacher, Shelly, and his commander. Just to take the initiative back. And I would have had 4 creatures left. Or 3 creatures left. That I could have immediately taken the initiative back. And he loses the board state. I think that is a terrible route. So we're going to go on to our upkeep. I put the 3, because of Ozolith, I get 3. And onto Picnic Ruiner. Got myself a Questing Druid.
Counterspell.
Yeah. Unfortunately, his cards were really good. I was hoping desperately to hit something of value. Gonna tap 2, Ozolith, give the 2 counters to my the Dungeoneer here. Debating on whether I want to get the first strike on Samut. But at this point, with him 7 in hand, his shield's down. If I don't go in now and if I don't try to get the aggression go now, it's over. So I'm going to try and get his board state down. I'm going to start going on the aggression. I got some vigilance creatures I can hold back. I've got some methodology. I do have a line to win, especially with the dungeon out here. If I can keep the initiative, I can win this game. Also, he has to draw a lot of bad cards. A lot of bad cards.
He's got 6 cards in hand or none.
Yeah. Counterspell being that beautiful one he played. It was funny too because he said -2 this thing. It's like I only need a creature with power 4 or greater. That is a Fury on wheels right now. A 5-butt Fury on wheels right now. So going in, I'm going to try and kill Grist. Get Jace off the board. Unfortunately, those little insects are.
So Picnic Ruiner is only a 3/5, right?
Yep, 3/5, but it does get double strike because I have 2 creatures that are power 4 or greater, and attacking with Dungeoneer here. So all 3 here, you're going to see Colossus attack, Picnic Ruiner attack. It has double strike activated, and then Dungeoneer
going towards Jace.
Yep, and Grist. And this one's going at, I believe it was Grist again.
Okay.
Send out the blocks. Tassiker is going to get eaten up. Obviously, the insect gets eaten up here. Argo says, "Are you off today, Spencer?" No, unfortunately. No, we're gonna lose him here in about an hour. We're going to see his match, and then we're going to see
maybe my match. It depends how long y'all decide to take to finish. Yeah.
I mean, it's getting to the point where it's just pretty much over. Like the thing that was going to get me back in the game was that questing druid, and he countered it immediately.
Should have a free block on that.
Well, he eats it because it's a 5/7. So Shelly's going to be off the table.
Oh yeah. Shelly's dead.
Keeping his Goyf.
Surprised he's not just going to block it with Tarmogoyf.
Honestly, I think that would have been the better choice, but I think he wanted to get off the board.
Nothing right now.
He just wanted to get the Mind Vigilance off the board so he could get his swing back. And now, unfortunately, because of the way he blocked, he does have a means in which to get the initiative. Kind of hoping for a different block here, or at least getting one of those Planeswalkers off the board. Champion says, the need for Spence's commentary while playing Tony. Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get to it. I'm pretty sure we'll make it.
It's the next video. We'll make it.
It should be fine. I'll let you know all the points in which Tony was angry.
So just a little preemptive for everybody here. This match does go to time. And because the way we were doing the prize support, a draw doesn't give us any value.
Yeah.
So the rule that we played was the life total at the end of the 5 turns was going to be the winner.
Okay. Does this one go to time, or do y'all get to a game?
No, we get to game 3.
Okay.
Argo said he's always angry. You or Tony? Tony. Unfortunately, I can't stop the ability for him to take the initiative fair from me. I don't even know why I threw that delighted halfling underneath, to be honest with you. I should have just, knowing that I couldn't save that, I should just let the 3 damage come through.
Yeah.
Kept the mana up. But he's going to go look for a basic.
But I mean, you should be able to take the initiative right back unless he has a bunch of stuff to
play. Well, he's got a Grist to make it a 1/1.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like where my headspace was at, was I can at least get it back with my commander. I believe he ticks up the Jace to give my creature -2/-0. Which then, my Samut will actually be able to take the initiative back on its own. And notably, I think Colossus is now turned off. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Colossus is currently turned off.
It has to be 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's his secret, says Champion. He's always angry. Maybe if you were more angry, you'd win Pro Tours. Or not Pro Tours, but Duel Commander Cups and Duel Commander Series. Back-to-back Champion. I have a feeling I know why he's not in the chat today, too. Like, he might be in the chat. He might be lurking.
We have a Toxic Deluge to wipe the board, too.
Yeah, this is pretty much it. This is pretty much where I'm just going to concede. Toxic Deluge was just such a punishing blow. I have no way to get the initiative back. I have no way to get these things going.
You're just going to leave it chilling on the table to haunt you?
Yeah, right? Just wanted to flex it out there.
Now we're going to see a plus from Grist. Make a 1/1.
I think he's going to replay his commander here. It's going to plus up here to nothing. I tell you, it's not a legal target. Notably, I still have a Shelly on the board, so I do have a win con still.
You have what on the board?
Klothys is still a Shelly. It's a main phase 1 Shelly exchange. And a Complex. Yeah, it's Klothys.
It's not Shieldred.
It does this. It was Shelly before Shelly was a thing. Okay, it only costs 3 mana.
Samut coming in. We're going to see a 5 mana 3 steps ahead, so we're going to draw 2, discard 2 as well, or discard 1.
Yeah. Just getting super punished here. Usually, honestly, when I play these games,
discarded diminishing returns. Doesn't need to wheel you again.
Yeah, I really should have just conceded at this point. Looking back on it, I really should have just conceded.
Yeah, maybe you wouldn't have went to time.
Well, I mean, yeah. I want to play to my outs, but there's not a whole lot I can top deck at this point to get out of it. I mean, after getting the wield and that Day's Undoing just basically ruining my life.
We are playing for something, so there was a reason to keep playing.
We had the Demonic Tutor, we had the
Force of Will.
We had the first chance to get on the leaderboard.
Yeah.
Opportunity here, so just wanted to get my name on the leaderboard, represent my ability as a player in the game. Like, I've been playing this long enough and got enough wins on my belt that I'm still competitive. Maybe not the most, like, the best player in the world, but I feel like as long as I've been playing, I'm still pretty good at the game.
Leovold coming back out?
No. Yep. No, just getting another risk.
Okay.
Another Brad Nelson. See, we didn't tell you, but we had a special guest host today. Brad Nelson joined us live on stream. Thank you. How does it feel to be an insect, Brad? How are you feeling down there? It's feeling pretty good? Yeah, I was like, no, don't attack with that. That didn't come into play. I think it's this draw where I'm just like, it's either Bonesword Dracosaur or I'm out. Like, this is where I'm feeling like, get the damage in. He's got such a great board state and advantage here. I'm going to get rid of Tassiger. Or Shelly. And really the only thing that gets me on the situation is Bonesword Dracosaur. But even then I don't, because Gris is out, I don't really have an answer.
Seek Chariot again, though.
Yeah. Getting some kind of board presence. I think he counters this as well. Blue! Yeah.
What happened there?
We ran out of time. Oh, that's right. We had to fix the camera. All
Jesus.
Right. The thing went out.
That counterspell sent you into the void.
Yeah, right. How long is this one? 9 minutes? Okay. All right. You know what?
You cast a Snapcaster Mage and then counterspell.
Counterspell.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm just going to speed this one up here. There's not a whole lot to watch. Just FYI, he beats me. So we're going to go into the last game where we went into time. And the rule was, at the end of the turns, the person with the highest life total wins the game. This is a thing that me and Fenton worked out. So we're just going into game 3. We're tied up. I'm going to give him his little star because he's earned one. So, Mountain to play.
You have a Shadow Spear in your hand. That's not fair. That rule's not fair.
I didn't see my hand before we made the rule. I didn't see the hand before we made the rule.
Whoever has the highest life total, but I get to start with a Shadow Spear.
Now, note that I'm leaving 2 open, even with that Shadow Spear. I didn't play into it because I had some instant speed interaction, and I wanted to play Seek the Beast. I think he counters this. No, he doesn't. It doesn't. So now I can get my green mana source.
Maybe.
No, I don't get my green mana source.
You hit 2 green-red spells with no green mana.
But here I get to see my green mana source here.
So I can finally play it. Okay. Is it a fetch one? It'd be even better. You never hit the green?
I never hit the green. Oh. I kept this hand literally because I thought that the question Jordan would still let me see my green.
Hand because you had Shadow Spear.
Double Mountain and I had Shadow Spear. No. I kept it because I had this. So he's showing off
his hand. Saw the Shadow Spear. All right, so whoever has the highest life total wins in that straight.
Yeah.
I'm going to see a brainstorm from Fenton here.
Yeah. The 2 cards from Questing Druid go to exile. I think at this point that legitimately he forgot the rule that we had made for this thing because he fetches.
Well, I mean,
he's also got a better chance of put
he kind of needs his mana, and wants to shuffle those 2 cards away that he put on top.
So he's going to take a point of damage.
Grabbing his swamp, playing around that blood moon.
He's just so scared.
I'm terrified this kid.
Hey, it's only fair. You guys get your little tide binders, your little stifles, and everything else that just cause me to have nightmares. Like at this point, I scare every other player that when you tap out in blue, I go, I'm going to fetch now. And they're like, what are you going to do? Nothing. I just don't want to get stifled. So here we're going to see him put up some presents.
On to his turn.
Yeah. He wants to start getting the clock on. He's hitting his land drops.
Got a hinterland harbor or something? Yeah.
Yep. Hey, I got another mountain.
Triple red, man.
Cheerful red, baby. I got that green source. Ever says stifle fetch is so disgusting. It is one, like, it ruins the game just as much as Blood Moon does.
Here, though. Y'all are on turn 2?
Yeah.
You can kill it.
Yeah, Unholy Heat.
Okay. So you're going to beat him by 1 life point or something, aren't you?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, he's got a lot of answers to do things here. All right, Fail of Passage. That one notably doesn't take life.
So what would have happened if y'all were both at 20? It would have just been a draw?
It would have been, well, it would just be a draw. There's no other choice about it.
Yeah.
And he could up some pressure here. I mean, I could have just stomped him for 2, but of course I go for Mizzy Mars, so I can get rid of it, allow him to draw a card. I did take a risk here, because if this didn't land and he had some kind of counterspell with that Fable,
you were going to
lose. And the game was over. Especially since I couldn't get anything out on the field. So I did the Shadow Spear, but I had nothing to equip it to. I couldn't get the Questing Druid out because I didn't have green.
This is where we're going to see all discuss. Well, I'm 1 point higher. I'm the winner. I'm the winner.
I legitimately gave him an opportunity to go otherwise. Yeah, the only thing he could do was, because this is his last turn, he could go Oko and get a...
if he had a land drop.
If he had a land drop, he would have won. Yep. Legitimately gave him an opportunity for this thing. Like, it wasn't like I was trying to be rude. Like, he had 3 ways next Sunday to actually win the game. The only thing I could do was just keep the board in check.
Yeah.
So it does seem a little unfair that a fetch ended up costing the game. But it's just the way it played. The way it.
Yeah, I mean, a draw wouldn't have done anything for y'all.
Yeah.
We're playing for a leaderboard, playing for prizing. So
it literally would have knocked us out of every single thing we could have possibly gotten from this event. There's no way we're going to make the leaderboard. There's no way we're going to get the prize support for this stuff. He was trying to show that if he'd have seen a second land, he was going to Thrag Tusk me. And there's just nothing he could do because he didn't see his last land.
To beat you.
And I'm trying to explain to him.
Especially with you stuck on red. But
yeah. Finally would have seen a red creature come out.
Ardos.
Yeah. That's it. I couldn't get into it. So I win the game, and we're going to get into your game.
My game.
Yeah.
Golos versus Yoshimaru. Naya Yoshimaru.
Absolutely. But we got round 2. One more time. Who is it?
Spencer versus Tony.
And you guys are playing?
I'm on Golos, and Tony was on Naya Yoshimaru. But the Naya is literally there for Minsk-Kimbu, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's literally the only green card he has in the deck.
It's a powerful planeswalker. You know, you love him.
He splashed for a Taiga and put a Minsk-Kimbu in there and said, that's it. That's all I need.
Absolutely. Alrighty. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.